Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, we have some pretty interesting topics over here when it comes to PlayStation 5 Pro. How Call of Duty is seemingly just going to get destroyed. Obviously, it's going to have a lot of people playing it, don't get me wrong, but some intriguing stuff when it comes to the fact that a lot of people might be not even trying to go buy the game. PlayStation 5 actually might be completely taking over the Call of Duty ecosystem, and a lot of other various things too, with people being outraged on the brand new upcoming Call of Duty. So we're going to go break that on down, talk about this and all the upcoming gaming news. So make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on. We have the Twitters down below and also the Twitch if you guys want to get the giveaway entries for the PS5 Pro. I'll link down below and subscribe on here and help us for the 69,000 sub mark. And of course, we have all the affiliate links for the PS5 Pros down below. And let's go and dive on into the video. So we have a few kind of subtopics to go break on in, but a lot of them all related towards Xbox, PlayStation 5 Pros, and the brand new upcoming Call of Duty, which I guess the topic of today's video, and I just kind of want to know, and I'll go through all the comments throughout today, are you guys going to be picking up the most recent Call of Duty? Now, I think it's coming out, I believe, on the 25th or so. I'm probably gonna maybe check it out up on Twitch and play it maybe, but it was looking okay. I can't believe we're on Black Ops 6. I remember playing Black Ops 2 back in the day, and even the first one, but I am in the mood for play a little bit of zombies. But right now, a lot of people are not really in the mood to be buying an Xbox purely for the upcoming Call of Duty game, where COD on Game Pass is apparently barely even improving the Xbox console sales. As you guys probably know, we've been focusing a lot on the Pro. We've been trying to go, I'm excited for it. I can't wait to play on it. But as well, there is a brand new Xbox that also came out, which is the Digital X White Xbox Series X, which as of right now is on the 95th best-selling thing on Amazon, while the Pro is actually at the 35, and the normal console's at the 28th margin right this second. Now, a lot of people are assuming, and kind of curious on what's going to happen with the upcoming Call of Duty, where obviously if it's on the Game Pass or in any Game Pass subscription things for the Call of Duty games, people are very curious on if it's going to sell well, how well it will sell, and kind of just a lot of things that are kind of beelining on it. And as well, obviously now with it being an Activision game, which is now owned by Xbox, in theory, any type of Xbox game is now an Activision game. Like that, I kind of just reset that, but you guys kind of know what I mean. Basically saying if you have an Xbox, it kind of incentivizes it. It's like in the ecosystem and kind of would make sense you want to support that. Whether it's just buying the console itself as a whole and hoping that there's better optimization, or on the reverse side, also hoping that Game Pass will work for it. The games will be included on Game Pass, whatever might go and be. But then obviously people are kind of skeptical on it because the PS5 Pro and the PlayStation themselves are still doing overall better. And this also makes a lot of people kind of worry because people are curious on if this is going to be a good thing long term, as of are more people going to be getting benefits from it. Are people going to be enjoying it? Are people going to be picking up the new Xbox game? And it's kind of crazy too, because a lot of people are saying there's basically going to be no people buying the console for Game Pass, that you may have to go and spend $240 up in here. And at the same time too, a lot of people are either saying it's on PS5 or PC. No one wants the Xbox. No one wants to spend extra money for it. And everyone's kind of curious on the other mid games for Xbox too as well. So it is kind of crazy to go and see this, because right now it seems that the PS5 Pro will be probably soaking up a lot of the attention from the overall Game Pass ecosystem. And I think that's okay at the end of the day, because you can even see some of the comments or the general thought process. If PlayStation is going to have Call of Duty, which it will, you will also be making money on the individual sales, microtransactions, anything that might end up on Game Pass. You're obviously bolstering up the Game Pass numbers. But it also leads towards a lot of big issues when it comes to the Game Pass user base, is that Call of Duty sometimes was making like $1 billion on the few first days of launch, with obviously them selling millions of copies and people getting excited for it. And at the end of the day, it does cost a lot of money to make Call of Duty. Like, you have a lot of devs, you have 3 different companies perpetually working on Call of Duties, I believe, at this point. So yeah, it costs a lot of money. Marketing costs, porting costs, just everything cost. So people are also kind of concerned on the fact of, is PlayStation going to more so save Xbox? Because then that's kind of why they're allowing that 10-year deal. Because if Game Pass, those numbers may go up. Yes, but in theory, what if people then instead only do Game Pass for, let's say, a month? And you have 10 million people doing Game Pass for the month. Yeah, you might make $150 million, but at the same exact time, those people eventually taper off. They may not be doing microtransactions, and as well, the numbers may go and be improved, which is the grand scale theme for Xbox. It may not always fully pay itself off. Would you rather go make $2 billion in a month, or would you guys rather go make maybe $500 million and then hope for the long-term success of Game Pass, which, in all honesty, I think a lot of people are kind of willing to just go and grind out for 1 or 2 months, and then usually cancel. It's kind of what I do, and this is what most people I talk to on Twitch or YouTube or just general gamers will usually go pick and choose. Now, some people do sometimes pick up 3 month, 6 month, or a year Game Pass cards, pay in advance or whatever, but typically I'd say most people wait for brand new games to come out, like say for this next upcoming wave with Indiana Jones, Call of Duty, and a few other various games. There'll be a lot more brand new people joining the Game Pass ecosystem, and then whenever they kind of wear out their welcome, probably going to go and cancel from it. But right now, it does kind of seem like the PS5 Pro is kind of soaking up that attention, soaking up the console attention too, and right now, we're going to probably just go and see a lot of people probably still buying the game on PlayStation, which will be maybe a win for everyone. Like there's a few different cases on this, as I mentioned. This might be a win for everyone. Maybe PlayStation will get more sales, maybe make a lot more money, and still maintain a good Call of Duty player base on like PS5, which would be great for PlayStation. And as well, if they're buying the game at full price, also good for Xbox. That's a win. Some people are worried, though, that it's going to maybe go and have a lot of people on Game Pass. So if the Game Pass numbers improve and the overall bump goes from like 20 million to 25 million after like a spike from 30 million, that's going to be a win for Xbox. But at the same time, if it goes only to like 22 million and then not as many people buy Call of Duty, they think the value's not there, and at the end of the day, Xbox console sales also don't really move too much, then it also might be a bad case. So this is going to be a very peculiar thing where I'm going to probably make a few videos on throughout the next few months as more numbers come on out, because this could be an absolute massive $70 billion failure. Now, we still know that Activision make a lot of money for World of Warcraft, Diablo, things like Overwatch, or even Call of Duty, and other various things like their mobile division. But at the same time, will it be a good overall ecosystem growth? I think they will probably make their money back relatively quickly because, once again, it's just a cash cow. That's how they kind of overtake PlayStation as a whole. And obviously, how do you keep on maintaining that money? You sell it on PlayStation where they don't have Game Pass. So then you either have people mitigate to Game Pass from the PlayStation or PC side, which is a win for them. It gets them on their ecosystem instead. Or at the same time, if they just end up buying the game on PlayStation, then they're still getting the profit of them buying the game because Xbox is the actual publisher at this point, and as well the microtransactions as well. So at the end of the day, I'm curious. Like, I think PlayStation may win this, but it does also seem like the chess moves are also in Xbox's side. So we'll have a lot of information we're going to be looking forward to look at this, and I want to hear your thoughts and comments down below. But as well, a lot of people are also even kind of sad right now when it comes to Black Ops mode, for a few different instances. Number one is that there actually is a basically them losing trophies for the PlayStation 5. As of right now, I do believe Call of Duty's in this weird like central game hub where it's like 5 or 6 Call of Duty games all in one launcher into like a weird Call of Duty hub type style thing. Hard to explain. Basically, you go and you download like 300 gigabytes and you can have access to like 5 different Call of Duties, and it's all through the launcher, which I don't like. I thought that was very dumb and very stupid, especially people with data limits, and as well, just sometimes you don't have the storage for it. But right now, people are upset because apparently PlayStation doesn't have trophies, but the PlayStation 4 will, which people are very concerned on, because why on earth do you not have updated trophies? What is happening here? And then obviously, if you try to go and sell the game on PlayStation, some people are purely trophy hunters. They want to get these trophies. They want to enjoy it, which once again is kind of icking up the entire ecosystem for it, because PlayStation users are like, well, why not just go get it on Game Pass? Or as well, why not even buy the game in the first place and move on, because they're not feeling like they're feeling treated very fairly. So right now, like, I don't think this upcoming Call of Duty game is going to be horrible, but there is a bit of pre-bad PR, which does sometimes happen for Call of Duty games, but, you know, we'll have to go and see. We've also now been seeing a lot of drama, too, when it comes to the Call of Duty game, where people are now mad that you have to even pay for a subscription-based service for audio, just to have an improvement on the game. Now, there has been a few skepticisms, too, where people are saying, like, hey, it's like a third-party thing. It's not purely from Activision or Xbox, but once again, it is leaving once a pretty bad, sour concept in people's minds. People don't want to spend extra money on even more stuff when there already is microtransactions and skins and as well map packs or whatever it might be for Call of Duty. They usually do kind of jam pack a lot of microtransaction stuff in there nowadays, and people aren't the most happy when it comes to this. So we're kind of seeing a lot of controversy with this, because right now I do think the PlayStation 5 Pro is great. It still is outselling the Xbox. Xbox is still slacking. The white Xbox is kind of doing horrible. But at the end of the day, although I do think this leans towards good for PlayStation, it might also still be a good ecosystem thing for Xbox. As we mentioned, although people may just move to Game Pass, they may not make $1 billion, they may bolster up Game Pass as a whole, which is their long-term business strategy. And as well, it also is going to maybe bring more attention towards Xbox, and every PlayStation sale will also be driving and lining the pockets of Xbox as a whole. So we have a lot of stuff to kind of go break on down throughout these next few days, but it does kind of seem like Call of Duty is seemingly okay. I think it kind of seems like it's might be a wild card. Like, this is going to be a lot of information the gaming sphere to see. If it sells well and does well in Game Pass, there is a chance with a triple whammy that Xbox made a great decision, but there's also a small chance that Xbox may have made a horrible decision and may even lose money in the long term. So I want to hear your thoughts and comments on it. Like, would you guys go and pick up Call of Duty on Game Pass? How long would you guys keep your subscription for? And of course, are you guys going to buy the game in the first place? Let me know in the comment section down below. Make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on here for the PS5 Pro giveaway, the 69,000 subscriber goal, and of course the 2 Twitters down below, Twitch and all that, the other YouTube account down below, and of course all the affiliates for the PS5 Pros as well, in case you're going to pick up the console. Love you guys all very much. Thank you guys for watching.